I'm so excited to have you join us today. My name is Crystal Barrett O'Loughlin. I am the founder and CEO of Angel Aid. And I'm just going to give you a quick minute before we get into our fitness experience here. Raya is an amazing practitioner. You're going to love working with him today. But just do me the honor of a few minutes so I can explain to you what Angel Aid is all about. Okay. So, Raregivers is our annual Give campaign, and we have been working with the Microsoft team the last 4 years to launch our mobile app, to launch our website. These amazing volunteers from Microsoft have been supporting our work, and because of that, we've taken their Give month and turned it into our Give month. So we're inviting everybody within Microsoft and within our Angel Aid community to increase their awareness about what Angel Aid is all about, as well as please give to support the work that we do. Raregivers is a global nonprofit network. We are here to provide emotional support for patients and parents and professionals in rare, chronic, and complex disease communities. These are communities you've heard of before: cystic fibrosis, multiple sclerosis, Tay-Sachs disease, mucopolysaccharidosis, and other really obscure diseases, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, ALS. All of these diseases are classified as rare, and none of them, zero, have a cure. So Angel Aid exists to provide support to the whole family, emotional well-being support, including daily compassion, weekly support groups, and quarterly retreats. So all of your donations will go towards supporting these services. And the way you donate is two ways: either angelaidcares.org, or you can donate through, if you're a Microsoft employee, through Benevity to receive a match. So we encourage you to visit those two sites, angelaidcares.org/give or aka.ms/angelaid. And here is a donation guide. It's also on both websites for you to see what your dollars will go towards in terms of our community. This is a global challenge. There are actually more rare diseases than AIDS and cancer combined. The community is 350 million families. So we're talking 1 in 10 families in the United States, 1 in 15 outside the United States. And again, that number, zero cures, is what is causing this incredible distress in the community. I call it empathy math. If you have 350 million patients and caregivers and all of their professionals supporting them times zero cures, you essentially have a global mental health crisis on your hands. And that is what Angel Aid exists to address, because it is a fundamental human right to not only pursue physical health, but also emotional health, emotional well-being. And didn't we all experience this during the pandemic? That isolation, that disruption in home and work life, that medical anxiety, how deeply affecting it can be. And you can imagine how affecting it is for our Angel Aid families as well. So Raregivers by Angel Aid as a program has delivered well-being for the last 5 years. In fact, we've grown since last year, 500 families to 15,000 families worldwide we're supporting with our messaging, with our support groups, and with our wellness treats. We have psychologists and practitioners, health and wellness practitioners in our community, and have grown that network exponentially. And we've provided over 21,000 hours of wellness training. Thank you to your support. So if you wonder if your donations are making a difference, they are. And in fact, it has gone into beyond just the Angel Aid community into a work that we call a coalition. It's the Raregivers Coalition. And as I said, we're a network of networks. So the emotional journey map is a tool that is being utilized in multiple different communities throughout the world to help people orient themselves emotionally in these medicalized lives. And we're going to be making this into something interactive in the future. So thank you very much to all of our sponsors and supporters. Thank you so much to the volunteers and donors who make this work possible. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have been able what we did last year. We were able to launch our very first Mexico City Spanish retreat, our very first Australia retreat with epilepsy caregivers, and our very first in-person men's retreat at our retreat center here in Southern California. And that's particularly important because that's how we got Raya Arthur involved, okay? So without further ado, I really would like for you to meet this amazing health and wellness practitioner. He is a heart-led individual. He is just a total powerhouse of a man and even bigger of a soul. He has started a movement called the Modus Movement, and Modus is just one of the many motion fitness practices that he works with individuals on. He's also a holistic lifestyle coach and does personal training. Raya came to Barrett Family Ranch, our retreat center. That's where we host all of our Angel Aid retreats, and actually worked with our rare fathers and our rare men in practice, in person. They did exercises in the backyard. They learned to push their bodies beyond limits than they ever could have imagined. We even did an ice bath, which was also quite transformational.
Hey everyone, happy Fitness Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's little video. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to do a tiny bit of breath work, and we're going to do a little mobility routine. This mobility routine I have most of my clients do, most of my group classes do prior to the workout. This mobility routine can be used any and all the time. It helps to increase your range of motion through different movement archetypes, and it also preps and primes your body for activity. More static stretching, that potentially is a conversation for a different video. But today, for this purpose, we're going to do some dynamic stretching, some mobility work, and we're going to do some breath work. So we're going to start seated, and I'm just going to sit right here. What I want you guys to do, if you can also do this in your chair if you want. We're going to try and take a long spine, and we're just going to do some nice, easy breathing in and out through the nose. What I want you guys to focus on is where the breath is going in your body. So if any of you guys are familiar with yoga or go to any yoga classes, they often talk about breathing into your stomach. I want to teach you guys a different cue. So I want all of you guys to take your hands. I want you guys to put them on the lower part of your rib cage. And I want you guys to take an inhale. And when you inhale, I want to see if you can push your hands laterally a couple inches. So let's start with a 4-second inhale. And as you inhale, I want you to push your hands out laterally. 4. And as you exhale, I want you to kind of push your hands and feel your core turn on and your torso contract as you exhale. Okay? So go ahead, let's try that again. Inhale. And I want you to fill the lower lungs. Go ahead and exhale. I want you to count. Keep going. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. I'm just going to help to cue you as you do this. The idea is to start using the lower part of your lungs, which is the bigger part of your lungs where you can absorb more oxygen. And by breathing laterally, not only forward, we're engaging more of our lung capacity, and we're helping create movement through our rib cage. Okay, you guys can release your hands. So the more movement you get in and out through your rib cage, the better your lungs can actually move. As we get older in life, if we're not breathing deep into our lungs, deep into our stomach, our rib cage can actually start to ossify. Ossify meaning it starts to just become less mobile. And the more your rib cage becomes less mobile, the worse your breathing will be, and the worse everything else in your life will be. So as we do this mobility routine, I want you guys to be conscious and aware of where your breath is going. Are you breathing in and out through your nose? Are you breathing in and out through your mouth? Are you breathing shallow into your chest? Or, like I would engage or invite you to do, is breathing deep, full breaths into your stomach and laterally into your rib cage, okay? So that's just a short little note on breath. So engaging the lungs in certain patterns of breathing can do different things to your nervous system. So for what this video is, we're just gonna try and breathe slow and easy. The longer you can exhale through your nose, the more you're gonna tell your body to be in a rested, calm, digestive state. So we're just gonna do a couple easy breaths. So we're gonna do a 4-second inhale, and we're gonna do an 8-second exhale. We're gonna do 5 rounds of this. And I want you guys to really think about your breath mechanic. Also, if you notice, I'm seated nice and tall. I'm not slunched over. If I slouch, I'm cutting off a lot of my ability to breathe into my lower lungs. If I sit up nice and tall, have a long spine, I can actually engage and use all of my lungs, okay? So here we go. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, see if you can get all the way full by that 4 second. Exhale. See if you can get all the way empty by the time you get to 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, all the way full. 2, 1. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna move into a little bit of mobility. So, once you guys, wherever you are, stand on up. We're gonna bring our feet together. Hands are gonna come above our head. You may not be able to see my hands. We're gonna take a big full inhale. You're gonna exhale, easy side bend. Big inhale, exhale the other way. One more each side, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now we're gonna just drop into a squat position so you can make your legs a little bit wider. We're just gonna sit down into a squat. If this is too hard for you or too challenging, you can use a chair or your desk to kind of use as an aid. But I want you guys to just move around here. We call this noodling about. Noodle about here in this position. Take some big breaths. Are you still aware of where your breath is going in your body or not? Okay, now from here, I'm gonna turn this way for you guys so you can see. We're gonna go into a pretty classic down dog position. And I want you guys to remember to breathe in and out through your nose, okay? And then same thing here, just taking a couple breaths, checking in with your body. You can kind of noodle about here, pressing back into all those muscles in the back of your legs. Then for some of you, you're gonna inhale your right foot up, then you're gonna let it just sink over to the left. If that's too challenging, all I'm gonna have you do is take a step forward, okay? So for those people who are up here, we're gonna take an exhale, step all the way forward. If you're all the way in that position, that's all good. So this is called a lizard lunge position. Have a nice big stride. This foot, my right foot, is outside of my right hand. Now we're just gonna breathe. We're gonna do big circles with our hips, one direction, as you breathe. And for those of you who are maybe more flexible, you can start to just drop down into a deeper range of motion here as you do big circles. Good. Now change the directions of the circles you're making. So I started doing circles to the right. Now I'm going to do circles to the left as I breathe. Good. Now we're going to take our left hand and we're going to inhale it in a windmill up to the sky. So big inhale, exhale it down, inhale it up, exhale it down. One more. And now we're going to go right hand. Big inhale up, exhale it down. Inhale, And I want you guys to think about moving from the base of your spine all the way to the top. Every vertebra moving. No stuck spots. Good. Now you're going to look over your left shoulder. Right hand's on your right thigh. All your weight's in your left hand, and you're just going to let the left hip sink into the ground. And you're going to take a couple big full breaths and just think about the left side of your body just relaxing. Good. Now you're going to come back to the center. You're going to walk your foot in between your hands a little bit farther away than your face is. You're going to take a big full inhale. You're going to exhale. Pull your big foot up to your forehead. Back down. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep going. Breathe. Remember, being aware of your breathing. How's your breathing? Big full breath in. Big full breath out. And I want you guys to try and pull your big toe up to your forehead as you do this. Okay, now from there, you're going to take your foot and you're just going to turn it over onto its knife edge on the side. We call this a half pigeon pose. So from where I was here, pulling on my hamstring, I'm just turning it over onto its side. And now I'm going to do big circles to the right. And I want you guys to breathe big full breaths here. And if you want to get low, you can. Good. Switch directions of the circles you're making. Breathe. And then from there, you're going to push back into down dog. And I want you to just notice that subtle difference between the left side of your body and the right side. Your right side should feel a lot looser. Sorry. Stay in that down dog position. Okay, now we're going to go the left side. So inhale your left foot up. Exhale it over to the right. One big inhale, then exhale it up and through. Outside your left hand. Good. So big circles. Here we go. Circles to the left to start. Breathing in and out through your nose. And if you want, remember you can get lower by dropping your left elbow to your left heel. Switch directions of the circles. Remember to breathe. Now inhale your right hand up to the sky. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Keep going. 2 more. Now left hand. Inhale. Exhale. And then from there, we're going to look over our left shoulder. Right hip sinks into the ground. Your weight's in your right hand. Come back to the center. Walk your left foot to the center of the mat. You're going to take an inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, come forward. Good. You're just going with the pace of your breath. It should be big, full breaths in, big, full breaths out. Remember, you're pulling your big toe up to your forehead. Breathe. If these are tight, just think about breathing deeper into whatever's tight, sending blood flow and oxygen. And now from there, you're going to take your foot over to the side. Now we're in this half pigeon or a dynamic pigeon pose. Breathe. And get as low as you can, bringing lots of movement to this hip. Good. Switch directions. Then from there, we're going to push back into our down dog. Take 5 breaths. Then we're going to inhale, come into a high plank. Here. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1 more of those. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down. And then we're going to walk ourselves back into where we started in the squat position. And we're just going to check in with ourselves here. and then we're gonna stand up. And that is our short little mobility routine for today. Happy Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Use that anywhere you want. And I also would love to hear your feedback. So let me know. All right, you guys.
Absolutely amazing. I just love working with Raya. Isn't he inspiring? And here we didn't need any equipment. That's something that could be done in our office, at home, in any environment, really. So that was our challenge to Raya. We didn't want to have to require anything other than our own body weight and our own breath and things that we could just activate in any environment. Excited to bring Raya with you later in the series of Raregivers 2023. And just to get us back to, really what we're all about here, we are running a full month of wellness experiences, wellness offerings for you to experience what our families experience, and specifically want to bring you not just fitness experiences, but activate all different kinds of mental health and wellness. So we have some series that are focused on mindfulness, Mindfulness Mondays. We've got some amazing authors that we're featuring. We have a series on caregivers on Thursdays, and then a series of various different experts, either in stress or in military caregiving or in other caregiving environments throughout the month. So we invite you to visit angelaidcares.org /give, and I'll just pull this up again so that you can see angelaidcares.org /give is where the full calendar lives. You can sign up for these sessions either by clicking and then registering for the Zoom directly, or you can watch them live on YouTube at Angel Aid Cares. If you were inspired by Raya's workout today, which I know you were because he's such an amazing individual, we would invite you to please donate. So in Microsoft, throughout the month of October, the majority of donations that are made on Benevity are matched by Microsoft. So any amount you donate is actually receiving that match. And that's a huge difference for Angel Aid. It's been a huge fundraiser for us each year of the last 4 years. And then we've aligned our broader community to also donate to Angel Aid. In 2024, we would like to host 4 retreats like the ones that Raya was able to present and work with the community on. We had our very first men's retreat in June of this year, and that was because of donations and because of our partnership with Horizon Therapeutics. So thank you very much to our sponsor and partner, Horizon Therapeutics, for giving us the baseline funding of what we needed in order to run that very first men's retreat. I can tell you, flying in men from London, from Seattle, from Cincinnati, from Boston, bringing these individuals together and giving them an opportunity for 3 days of just respite, conversation, very good food, and fitness experiences with Raya Arthur. I had one father say at the end, I came into this experience completely broken down, just broken down by a decade of caring for my child, knowing that I'm going to lose my child, and just worn down emotionally. And I've been like a wet noodle all week. It's just been so hard. I've been showing up, so many tears, so many conversations. And then Raya shows up at the end of the weekend and, does this fitness experience. And he goes, I found it so empowering just to get in my body and get all the stress and the emotion out, just energetically move it out of my body and feel empowered and feel strong. He said, so I'm going back into my home life feeling emotionally stronger and physically stronger. And that's exactly what these experiences are all about. So we do need your support to continue the work that we do. If there's anybody in your community that you know that needs emotional, physical, support services like those that we provide at Angel Aid, please send them our way. You remember the empathy math, right? 350 million families. We're talking 1 in 10 American families, 1 in 15 worldwide. That means that you know people in your community that need support, that need to come together. Doesn't matter what the disease is, there's a common emotional process that happens in contending with your grief, what you thought life was going to look like, what life really looks like, and there's a comfort that comes from bringing individuals together in community. So we tend to do that either with our Rare Mothers community, with our Rare Fathers and Rare Men's community, or our Raregivers all gender community. But we do bring individuals together regularly, and we also provide that just kind of daily dose of support. So you can visit any of the angelaidcares.org website or the raregivers.global website and get a sense of what we do, how to subscribe to hear more about our future offerings, when our next retreats are coming up. And then we really do ask that you share about this campaign on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. That's how we grew. That's how we grew from 500 families to over 15,000 families. Our goal is to grow to 50,000 families in 2023. We have 2.5 more months to do it. We actually need you to get that word out for us. So thank you very much on behalf of our board of directors, our staff, our team, and in particular, our health and wellness practitioner network, specifically Raya Arthur. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. Have a fabulous day.